Welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this morning's update, we're going to go over XRP. Obviously, the price action as we're down 1.05% to 51.95 cents. We've fallen below the rising channel support, so that is a bearish signal. We are still over the 50.8 cent cup and handle, so that is a good sign. And we'll take a look at the XRP Bitcoin pairing, as I am starting to position myself back in it, as I think we could be bottoming when it comes to XRP versus Bitcoin, or at least closing in on it. And these consecutive red candles that were at 9 in the monthlies is a very big signal that this very well could be starting to turn here. Quick update on my son, as you'll see me sparingly in the near future here. I'll still try to do my updates, but as far as lives go, I don't know when the next time I'm going to do it. My son was admitted to the hospital. I spent all night at the hospital. I came home to grab some stuff, and I decided to do this update while I was home, and then I have to go back. So, but he was admitted. He was dehydrated. His electrolyte levels and a lot of things were way down, as everybody knows. He wasn't eating for 6 days. He was drinking a lot of fluids, but at the end of the day, we felt like something more, even though it didn't show up anything at the doctor's. So we decided to make an educated call as parents, me and Julie, and we decided to take him up to the emergency room yesterday. And he's been on fluids ever since. So it was a very good decision. He lost some weight. So, I mean, now there's the issue of having to deal with the dietitian and all that stuff. So, you know, we'll take it as it goes. Hopefully there's nothing worse than we're seeing right now. But yeah, so it's basically a day-by-day thing. So he's been admitted, and I thank everybody for the kind words. He's 4 years old, so it's a little stressful time, but I wanted to give everybody an update. He's doing okay. It's going to be a rough couple of days here. It's been a rough week. Like, emotionally, I'm drained. But I just wanted to update everybody and let you know what was going on. I've gotten a lot of responses, a lot of comments, so it's very nice to see the ones who, you know, are worried about my son and have been asking questions. So that's an update, and I'll update everybody, you know, later on today or tomorrow once I hear more. But I need to finish this, and I'm gonna head right back up to the hospital. I had to grab some stuff, and yeah, it's just one of those things. So I thank everybody for your support. Please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this update. I would greatly appreciate that if you could help me out in that regard. By you hitting that like button, it'll allow YouTube to recommend this video, which means when somebody's searching through the YouTube newsfeed, my content will pop up. And then somebody who's newer or an older viewer will be able to find their way back here and be able to take part in this beautiful community, because we do some special things here. So with that being said, good morning. 8:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see, our XRP is at 52.05 cents. It's fallen below the rising channel resistance. And unfortunately, what it looks like we've done, and this is the one thing we didn't want to do when it came up, was create this head and shoulders pattern. A rejection at the 52.8 cent level could send us all the way spiraling down back to 50.8 cents. So we need to pay very close attention to the immediate next few hours, as this could be a very big issue, especially with the fact that we are below that critical rising channel resistance. We do have a bearish cross in the 2 hourly, so this could be the first signal that we have a short-term reversal here. And right now it's key. We must hold 50.8 cents. We must hold that cup and handle support. Otherwise, if we fall through here, it's a big problem. If you lose that support, so basically what you want is just a retest, bounce up now. But if you come below this and you do bounce like this is a problem. So pay attention to this morning. Make sure that if this breaks below 50.8 cents, you understand the scenario that could be playing out here. As I'm not going to say that the bottom would just drop out, but what I am going to say is you have targets much lower. If this does fall out, you could, I suppose, it would make it tough though just to say, oh, we're going to back test this rising channel resistance. I think that 50.8 cent mark is very important with the cup and handle. I think that's pretty much the most important thing we're watching this morning. And then obviously if we lose that 50.8 cents, we got to talk about further drops. So pay attention to that with XRP. And if you break down 50.8 cents, then you start opening up the door. The technical target out of that rising channel on a breakdown is like 35.5 cents. Maybe a little bit higher now, so 36 cents. But the point is you're still looking at a lofty drop. And then even if you don't come all the way down there and fill out the technical target, XRP, we already know the long-term pattern and the uptrending support, if this were to break down, and this goes all the way back to when we went to all-time highs in January of 2018, and then we went down to support. It took us 28 months to go down to support and find a bottom, and we've been in that uptrend and down, the uptrending support, downtrending resistance since, and right now a breach of the rising channel and then a loss of the cup and handle formation at 50.8 cents and a validation. It's almost a sure bet that you would come all the way down here, 39.6. However, I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet until we invalidate what could be. We came through, came up, now we're doing this. I mean, we would have to invalidate the structure, but it does look like a bear flag if you look at this. So we need to break up. We need to break up in a relatively quick time frame is the point here. We really need to break up here in a relatively quick time frame. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. If we don't break up here, you've got a lot of downturn to go. You really want to play off of that inversion, boom, boom, and just get out of here. But we are starting to push down a little bit. Not to a level that we can't correct, but we are starting to push down a little bit. Bitcoin's down 172 points to 62,143 spot 25 or 0.25. And the fact that we're not bouncing off of here, you could add a technical move up and a bounce. If we play this perfectly and it ends up as a bull flag, because we do have a V-shaped recovery, but at some point this is going to have to reverse to the top side as we're starting to recross to the downside. This could be a consolidation to catch everybody off as we are climbing up in the 2 hourly as far as relative strength index goes. Hourly, we were climbing up as well. So we need to see if it does break back in a bullish sense. If it pushes down any farther than this is just going to top itself out. But right now, I will tell everybody, be very careful if you think that this is just over until it has the bottom drop out. Because one could argue left shoulder, head, building into a nice right shoulder, and then it could bounce out. And we already know the technical target would play you right up here. So that's what we have to watch for. It's either it's going to make a nice reversal and do that, or it's going to roll down. And if it comes down here, I don't like its odds. You know, it would make it pretty tough. You could have a bounce back, but we'll see. And then the XRP Bitcoin pairing, I've been buying back into it. For transparency, I've got, what did I put into it now? I've been buying, I want to buy it every day until it comes, you know, until it breaks out, or I'll buy it back down here to the 805 mark if it has to back test. But there is a very nice consolidation going on here. And against the Bitcoin pairing, at some point, this is going to have a nice parabolic spike. It's just, where does it come? Where exactly does it come? If you look at this in the monthly time frame, you've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 9th red candle right now. And this one looks like we had an exhaustion candle on the bottom. And now we're starting to pull up here finally in this monthly. So what I'm doing is I've been building into it. Well, not really building into it yet, but I bought in through this monthly candle. I bought in on the previous month, but then I sold out when it topped up here. And now I started buying back in here. So around the 803 or the 830 mark is where I started to really focus on it. 830 to 838. I think it was a little bit below that as well, where I had some purchases because it went to 82. No, right around 83. So that is appropriate. So between 8.3 and 8.4 is where I was starting to pile into this. So I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to continue to do it. And if I end up down 15, 20%, I'm just buying every day. So I really don't care. I think I've got about $1,200 in it the last couple days. So we'll see what plays out here. We'll see what plays out here. But, you know, I know there's the opportunity here that it could even come down. And then I can continue to buy this for weeks on end if it does play that route, which I'm not going to shy away from. Because I personally believe the XRP Bitcoin pairing is positioned to have a much greater rally than most of the other cryptos out there as soon as we do finally hit this on the right side. So pay attention to that with the XRP Bitcoin pairing. I got a little reading to get into with the XRP Bitcoin pairing as well. So I think it'll help tie all this in. And then I'm going to end up releasing this update. It'll be a little shorter than 20 minutes because I've got to get going back to the hospital. But I just wanted to get everybody up to date. So did XRP price just bottom against Bitcoin? XRP price has fallen over 14% year to date, pressured by Ripple's ongoing legal battle with SEC, so a bounce is in order, analysts suggest. The price of XRP in Bitcoin terms sunk to a 3-year low this week, suggesting a potential local bottom and buying opportunity for XRP. The XRP Bitcoin price ratio sinks to 2021 low. Price compared to Bitcoin fell to the 3-year low last seen at beginning of April 2021. And I think it's a beautiful time with the XRP Bitcoin pairing as it's at a 3-year low in this area still. So it's a great spot. It's a great spot. And I'm going to be buying into it every single day until it finally does a reversal. Almost begging it to go down to that 800 sat level or the 780 sat level again. On the monthly chart, this chart pattern could be interpreted as a strong signal of an XRP Bitcoin bottom, according to Tony Severano, the founder of CoinChartist. He wrote, great spot on his X. Great spot, he's right. XRP Bitcoin just flashed a bullseye bottom signal. Despite the optimistic chart formation, XRP USD has been in a downtrend since the beginning of 2024. XRP price fell over 14% year to date to the current 53 cent mark, while Bitcoin USD rose over 43%. XRP's crab walk can largely be attributed to Ripple's ongoing lawsuit with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. According to Eva Wisher, co-founder and chief operating officer of Prom and previous chief analyst at 3 Commas, Wisher told Telegraph, XRP's price movement is tied to the uncertainty generated by its legal battle with the SEC. Such obstacles naturally lead to cautious investor sentiment and reduced trading activity. The SEC sued Ripple back in 2020, accusing it of illegally raising $1.3 billion through an alleged unregistered securities offering by selling XRP. In the latest development, Ripple contested the SEC's request to impose a $2 billion fine against the blockchain company, saying the penalty should not exceed $10 million. Is the XRP local bottom? And despite XRP's subdued price action, it could rise to a new all-time high by July. I did very much disagree with that. Unless they're, unless they're talking. I don't know about that. That doesn't seem appropriate that it would go to all-time highs by July. But let's continue what they're saying. According to Pseudonymous, crypto charting analyst, charting guy who wrote in May 6th X, Fractal projected target is 0.00006486, which today's Bitcoin price that puts us at roughly $4.09 XRP. As I've been saying forever, new all-time high by July. Now say Bitcoin is at 85 to 100K. At the time, like I think it'll be, then we're talking a $5.51 to $6.48. So a lot of people are putting out some overzealous targets, but let's focus on the task at hand first. On the daily chart, XRP's relative strength index indicator stood at 50, suggesting the XRP's price is currently neutral or at a fair value, up from the 28 low on April 13th when XRP was oversold. The RSI is a popular momentum indicator used to measure whether an asset is oversold or overbought based on the magnitude of recent price changes. However, XRP price has been in a downtrend for over 3 years. On the weekly chart, XRP has been printing lower highs since April 2021. If this trend persists, charts suggest that the XRP price could fall back to the 31 cent level, which was a significant support area through 22 and 23. So it's very, very interesting what's happening here. And even with the price drop in the XRP price, that doesn't necessarily infringe on the XRP Bitcoin pairing, because there is a chance that the XRP Bitcoin pairing, Bitcoin will go down faster, which we've seen last time around when the XRP Bitcoin pairing had a nice 15 to 20% rally. It wasn't because XRP necessarily was going up, it's because Bitcoin was going down. It's that simple, faster. So I'm very excited about my purchases back into the XRP Bitcoin pairing. I've got just over $1,200 in it right now, or what is it? Like $1,186 is roughly my investment. And if you had to put a target on it, it's around 832 if you want to. But I'm not worried about the SAT level, like I said. B2 Gold, while I have everybody's attention, beat earnings. And it looks like, I don't know, man. It looks like it's trying to have some kind of reversal. but it's going to need a little bit of momentum here to do something. We're about pre-market, we're at 257, so that's a good sign that could have some buying pressure here to pick up. But they beat earnings. They were reported to have 0.06 on earnings. The estimate was 0.051. They surprised by 0.009 or 18.19%. They beat earnings by. And then revenue, they were expecting 436.179 million, but they reported, which is great news, they reported 461.444 million, which means they beat earnings by 5.79% and had 25.265 million in revenue more than expected. So once again, B2 Gold beat earnings by 18.19%. They posted a 0.06, expected a 0.051 in earnings. And in revenue, they posted a 461.444 million in revenue. The estimate was 436.179 million, which means they beat revenue by 5.79% or up more. They made 25.265 million more than expected. So that's a beautiful job by B2 Gold. And we'll see if this pans out and see if it at least comes up here today to this major pivot level on this downtrending at 262. As I said in pre-market, we're at about 257. Nothing major. Gold's flat, but sometimes being flat is actually a very nice help for the precious metals sector. We've got the DXY that's bounced back to 105.54. Struggling to get up here, but it did get back above the 200-day and the hourly. If we did push this in a unified manner, we could come up to 106.23. That's the major level we couldn't get past before. So watch the US dollar currency index, as it's going to be a pretty volatile day. This could be a right arm forming if it's a head and shoulders or a topping reversal. So definitely pay attention to that. And then with gold's flat. We're still on a breakout attempt. And this makes me very confident with B2 Gold. I'm very heavily invested, as most of you know. I've got like 2,800 plus shares at around the $2.50 level on this time around. So it's interesting to see how this plays out. Their dividend is over 6.4%, so very healthy and very comfortable collecting that kind of a dividend. And their price target for B2 Gold was raised from $7.25 to $7.50. And some of you might say, what the hell are you talking about? Why would it be that high? I understand we're only at $2.57, but B2 Gold is literally on sale. And it could get cheaper. We could get a bigger sale, and I could be dumping deeper into this too. But from the top here in 2020 at $7.50 is where the price target's at. We've come down in current times. We are down, let's get to 257. We're down 65.8% in 4 years. So I'm just trying to put it in perspective here. It's been a healthy downturn. It's come all the way down and touched that green support line, which is unbelievable. I mean, it missed it by pennies. It came all the way down from $7.50 and still honored this area at about $2.30. It came down to $2.34. And now it's formed this little bit of a formation. So just pay attention to this. If you do appreciate the update, make sure you hit that like button so YouTube recommends this video. It is very important as we're trying to push past above 52.6 cents to get back on top of the rising channel. And by you hitting that like button, allow more people to reach this community. If you do appreciate my work, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can catch future updates. Look in the video description below and our pinned comments for BITUNIX if you're looking to trade XRP in the USA or abroad. Lowest spot and leverage trading fees I found in the USA. If you're looking for the XRP Bitcoin pairing, in the video description below and or pinned comments, there's MEXC if you can use it. Download that, click on the link. In the USA, they're not allowing new users, but if you're abroad, definitely take advantage of this. You would have to buy Bitcoin on MEXC, and then you would buy XRP Bitcoin pairing in the same trading spot area. You would just type in XRP/Bitcoin, and then you would buy the XRP Bitcoin pairing with Bitcoin. It's that simple. So I hope this update helped. I'll keep you all updated on my son as the time goes on. We can only pray and hope for the best. He's where he needs to be right now, and I'm going to go back and be with my son. I've already been gone longer than I wanted. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm glad we could do a 20-minute update here, and I'm blessed, honored, and privileged to be a part of each and every one of you. And don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this Wednesday morning.